This is Edgy 2020 Active Gamer here. I hope you like the video.
You showed up a few weeks ago on my show acting like you own the place. You insult me and my wife and then cut every corner possible by creating your own title. Not to mention forcing Elias to compete with a random stipulation he wasn't prepared for. Well, I am sick of it. You want your match? You got it. My legitimate, illustrious title versus your second-rate imaginary title. At Hell in the Cell, we're done playing make-believe because I'm gonna show you what it's like to live in the real world.
Buzz has his match with The Miz, so what's Kurt Angle doing out here?
I'm glad you two are finally going to face off, one-on-one. That's right, Maurice, Elias, and the Miztourage will be banned from ringside. And since Buzz's title is on the line, the match will be held under his title stipulations, which means it will be a ladder match.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me!
Coming right up is a match that can change the course of an individual's career. We have one of our breakout talents versus The Miz. Here we go. Buzz's title and the Intercontinental title are on the line tonight in a ladder match at WWE Hell in a Cell.
Buzz has everything to gain and nothing to lose. His made-up title is absolutely meaningless.
If that's true, then why did Miz issue the challenge?
Because, like most of us, he was tired of Buzz's antics and thought this would shut him up for once and for all. Little did he know that thanks to our wonderful GM, he'd have to compete under Buzz's ridiculous rules.
Well, none of this would have happened if Miz hadn't weaseled his way out of an Intercontinental title defense. Nonetheless, that's all history, and certainly more history will be made tonight.
A lot of people are saying the champion has never looked better, but that doesn't mean we can't see an upset here tonight.
Boom!
As Byron was talking earlier about the champ being a heavy favorite here tonight, I couldn't help but think back to the night Santino Marella defeated Umaga for the Intercontinental Championship in 2007. I don't think there was a person alive who thought Santino had even a sliver of hope.
Yeah, including Santino himself. But hey, as the old saying goes,
Here we go. Buzz's title and the Intercontinental title are on the line tonight in a ladder match at WWE Hell in a Cell.
Buzz has everything to gain and nothing to lose. His made-up title is absolutely meaningless.
If that's true, then why did Miz issue the challenge?
Because, like most of us, he was tired of Buzz's antics and thought this would shut him up for once and for all. Little did he know that thanks to our wonderful GM, he'd have to compete under Buzz's ridiculous rules.
Well, none of this would have happened if Miz hadn't weaseled his way out of an Intercontinental title defense. Nonetheless, that's all history, and certainly more history will be made tonight.
Walking around the city earlier today, guys, the only thing anybody was talking about was this title match. Everywhere I went, from the coffee shop to the bookstore, everybody was talking about this match.
Oof! On! Reverse chokeslam!
Face first.
Ooh, what impact! A cutter! Byron, I had a similar experience as you this morning. Nearly every person at the gym I went to was talking about this title match, and rightfully so. This is an absolutely huge match.
Okay, wait. Let me get this straight. Byron spent the morning at the bookstore, while you, Cole, went to the gym. Man, that's brilliant. You guys have any other jokes?
Boom!
Beautiful technique.
You gotta believe this one's over.
call me crazy, but this might be one of those rare instances where the champion actually enters the match as the underdog. I know it sounds odd, but it really seems like the champ is up against a headwind here.
Oh, huge big boot.
He's looking to end it here, guys.
Victory just a few inches away. Nobody in this building thinks the match can end here.
I think so.
Go home.
You're not crazy, Byron. The champ certainly has an uphill battle here, and while it's rare, we have seen the challenger head into the match as the heavy favorite. Bruno Sammartino challenging Stan Stasiak in 1973 immediately comes to mind, as does Diesel squaring off against Bob Backlund in 1994.
Wait, did you really just say that Saxton is not crazy, Cole? Man, just when I started to think you might be all right, you go and say something ridiculous like that.
Oh, nasty impact.
This could be huge. Look at this, guys. Things are looking good now. The only thing left to do is climb the ladder and leave here the winner. Oh, Corey, he unloaded there. Oh, and the ladder finds the mark.
Gonna be tough to bounce back from that one. Your odds of winning absolutely increase when you're the only one in the ring. But just because you're so low doesn't mean you're gonna win. Think about it. Climbing the ladder isn't necessarily the easiest thing to do, especially after you've been beat on since the opening bell.
Opening bell or not, Saxton, you couldn't climb a step stool to change a light bulb without getting dizzy. Let's be honest here.
In the face. Vertical suplex.
Nice.
This is it, guys. There may be no bigger opening than right now. The only thing left to do is climb the ladder and win this thing.
Big elbow. What a strike. Right on the mark.
Torturous knee.
Byron, you mentioned earlier that the only thing left to do when you're the only superstar in the ring is to quote-unquote climb the ladder and win. But I can't help but wonder if the pressure becomes even greater when you have such a huge opening.
You mean the yips, Cole? I don't know if I'd go that far. I mean, it's not like these superstars are second basemen in New York.
Oh, the reversal by The Miz.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Scoop slam.
We've seen champions head into matches maybe a little too confident, only to be picked off in the end. And guys, I can't help but wonder if we're going to see that again here tonight.
Making their way up the ladder right now.
This is a nerve-wracking situation.
Climbing up, guys. Here we go.
Oh, boy.
Speaking of champions heading into matches a bit overconfident, one of the most glaring examples of that would have to be the Honky Tonk Man's attitude heading into his Intercontinental Championship defense at SummerSlam 1988. We all know what happened to him on that night.
You are so right, Michael. That was great. Of course, though, it wasn't so great for the Honky Tonk Man, who ended up losing his championship to the Ultimate Warrior in few...
You're looking at the first ever superstar to simultaneously hold the Intercontinental title and, for lack of a better term, the Buzz title.
Yeah, his carry-on bag just got a little bit heavier.
Yeah, if I were The Miz, this match would be under protest. It should have never taken place under these rules.
Well, it did, and now we have a new champion. You can protest all you want, but it's not going to change what happened.
That is so easy.
You did it. You finally shut up The Miz.
I don't know about that, but I did beat him and take his Intercontinental title.
That's good enough.
But thanks for helping me along the way. We make a pretty good team out there.
We did.
If you ever need someone to dress up in a ridiculous costume to send a message to one of your opponents, I'm your guy.
I'll remember that.
Hey, Sasha, you mind if I have a moment to talk business with the champ?
Yeah, no problem.
I was thinking about calling myself Champ Squared, actually. You know.
Yeah, about that. Not to put a damper on your big victory, but according to WWE regulations, you're only allowed to hold one singles title at a time. I could try to circumvent the rules and let you hold both, but Triple H would just force you to vacate one anyway.
You really know how to ruin a party.
I'm sorry. So which title would you like to keep? That had to be a tough decision. If it's any consolation, I'll give you the rest of the night to celebrate with both championships.
Thanks.
I'm a stupid.